Hi, everybody. This is Heather Coleman, your intuitive medium and spiritual guide. I'm glad that you can join me today for our Monday Learn video. We are going to continue the series that we've been exploring. We've been looking at the 7 main chakras and the associated layers of the aura that they're connected with. And today we're going to be talking about our heart chakra, which is our chest, front, and upper back on the back. And also our throat chakra, which is, as you would think, right around the neck, front, back, and sides. So the first thing we should know about our heart chakra is that it's associated with the color green, as I'm wearing here today. The heart chakra, by some, is considered, if not the most important, then one of the most important chakras. It is our center for connectedness, love, relationships, connection with others, giving and receiving love. Now, when this chakra is in balance, we feel safe, we feel as if we feel in balance with our relationships and perhaps with our communication. So this is going to overlap a bit with our throat chakra, which we'll talk about more in a moment. But it's good to note that the chakras do overlap, as do the layers of our aura. So when we have good communication happening in our relationships, we're going to feel better overall in those relationships. So our fourth chakra of the main, from root going upward, we're on our fourth. Our heart chakra is associated with the astral layer of our aura. And as we've talked about in previous videos, those layers go outward from close to further outward. That fourth layer of our aura is called the astral layer. And it is considered to be our bridge between the physical and the spiritual. One thing that I felt really important to talk about in today's video is that our heart chakra and the astral layer of our aura is an important connection point, important connection center to divine love and source love. So if you're ever at a time where you're feeling maybe empty, a lot of moms, dads, maybe you're working full time, you're raising kids, sometimes you feel like you're running on empty. So often the antidote to that is to tap into source love, to divine love, and one crucial way to do it is through your heart chakra. A quick simple exercise you can do is to place your hands on your heart and set the intention to tap into that divine well of unconditional angelic divine love. One thing I learned in this research is that when you can do that, when your heart chakra is open and in balance, you may notice that you feel comfortable taking up space, which would make sense when we look at the fact that this is the fourth layer out of our aura. So we're no longer as close into the physical body. So this is just a brief overview, of course, and for a more in-depth look at your aura chakra system, that's something we can always address in a reading or in a group. And we'll talk about that at the end of today's video as well, very briefly. So our next chakra up is our fifth chakra, throat chakra, associated with the color blue. So we're talking neck, front, back, and sides. Now, this is, as you might imagine, our communication center. We're also looking at the etheric layer of our aura. And one thing that I found very fascinating in my research is that the etheric layer of our aura is called the blueprint of the physical body. What really got my attention with this is I thought, I don't know much, I have to confess, I don't know much about where the term blueprint came from, but I thought how interesting that the term blueprint of our physical body is connected to a chakra that's associated with the color blue. So interesting that we find that. So again, this chakra and aura layer would be associated with clear communication, speaking your truth from a very poised way, connecting specifically your mind and your heart when you speak. These are some things you'll be able to do when your throat chakra is in balance. And if you look at where that chakra is, right, it's in between our head and our heart. That song is popping into my head as we talk about this by Ava Max, My Head and My Heart. When your head and your heart are in balance, you'll have a fairly easy time speaking your truth in a loving, non-judgmental, non-violent, and constructive way. Now, sometimes we may notice that we have an imbalance happening in that throat chakra when maybe it's not us, maybe we aren't the ones that have so much trouble speaking clearly, but maybe we deal with people in our everyday lives, whether that's in our family life or our work life, people that maybe don't have the healthiest communication styles. And so whether you do have, and most of you do, or if not all of you, probably have some really good communication skills if you're watching this video. But it's still a great idea to really take a look at your throat chakra if you are around people on a regular basis that maybe don't have the healthiest, most effective communication styles. So it's a good idea to check in with your heart and your throat chakra on a regular basis and just make sure those chakras are clear. And the how on that is a whole other series of videos, but I will say briefly that I do energy work. I do aura cleansings. That's one of the services I offer. So that is something you could always reach out to me about. The other thing I wanted to talk about here was that we do have a Sunday circle coming up. It's going to be March 12th. That is a Sunday at 1 o'clock. And that is our theme, is layers of your aura. And these are the kinds of things that we're going to be looking at during your personal reading. That circle also includes a guided meditation, specifically with the intention to open up and let us see what's going on in your aura and in your chakras. Now, we are not limited to the themes that we have at my circles, so that's something to keep in mind. If you're hearing this and you're going, God, a circle is just what I need, but maybe that's not the theme I'm focusing on so much right now, no worries at all. No worries at all. Your angels, your guides, and I will still address exactly what it is that you need during that meditation and your personal reading. My circles are hybrid, meaning that you can attend in person or virtually, as are my other services as well. So thank you so much for joining me here today to learn a little bit more about our fourth and fifth chakras. During part 4 of this series, we're going to learn more about our third eye and crown chakra and the aura layers that are associated with those. Thanks so much, everyone, and have a beautiful, blessed day.